All right, welcome to Garbage Time Week number 3. The Carolina Panthers made it 2 in a row with a big loss in New York this weekend. Also with a big loss in New York this weekend, Joey T's cell phone. Joey T's cell phone was like Colts fans around the country last seen standing on a ledge. But just like those frisky Jets, Joey T made a timely recovery on Sunday, putting himself in position for a big win on the day. Snake, Joey T, Cherry are back with me again. My name is Doom. The boys are hot. There's money to be made. Time to start it the fuck up. Yeah!
Oh my god. Do we have to dig any deeper to the cell phone story, or are we just gonna leave it at that right now?
Dude.
Before the cell phone story, I just have to give props to Danny. That intro last week referencing Kill Bill. At the time, I didn't understand it, so it inspired me to watch Volume 1 Friday night, and Volume 1 was so good that I actually watched Volume 2 Sunday night during Sunday Night Football. Week 2, which is crazy. I never do that. First of all, insane movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And second, what an insane reference. That was incredible.
Insane.
You got the best references, bro.
You got the Lucy Liu thing in there. Like it was impressive. It really was.
I appreciate that.
Bro, Thurman Edwards.
I feel bad because after last week's info, I'm like, dude, like I shut the fuck up. I never understand anything. But it was pure genius. Like
it's about time you got a pop culture reference in you. Like finally you got one. So
you haven't even seen Kill Bill.
But I knew the reference though from it. I understood the reference from Kill Bill. I don't have to see the movie to understand that. That's where
I'm pretty sure if we played back the tape, you said that you didn't understand it.
Did
like
I?
In real time.
Maybe didn't, but
no.
Yeah,
I feel like I took a second. Then when you say Kill Bill, I'm like, all right, maybe it makes sense now. So
I watched the tape. He acted like he understood it, but he never saw the movie. So
classic.
Okay.
All right, Joey T, cell phone. What happened, man?
oh my God, another Saturday, another what do you say, what do you do weekend? You bet some college football, you win, you lose, and then next thing you know, like I'll make it quick so we can make this actually into something. At a way too fancy apartment party, get way too fucked up. Me and Licht, we're going home. I'm in the Uber with Licht. I see my Subway, and I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm gonna take the Subway. I'm not going home with you. Book a Subway. Get on the M. Get on the wrong way of the M. So I'm not going to Brooklyn. I'm going to goddamn Queens. It's a huge issue. So then I get off the Subway at 53rd and 5th. I don't know what I was thinking. I just leave my phone like sitting on one of those pillars right there. And then I go home, and then I wake up, and I remember like waking up being like, oh shit, where's my cell phone? So I have to go look and find my phone. I see it sitting at 53rd and 5th subway station. Thank God I had to find my friends out with a couple of my boys, so I was able to go. And then like I give Licht a buzz at a Starbucks, literally hungover, it looked terrible. And I'm like, bro, I need you to just play the sound. I just went down there, I couldn't find it. He's playing the sound, and I'm literally walking down the bottom depths of a Subway to find it sitting there. Beep, 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 beep. And I'm just like, yo, what a W right now. From nothing to something, baby.
Joey T is the only human being in the world that could leave a cell phone in a New York City subway station on a ledge in clear daylight and go back the next morning and find it. This kid,
oh, dude.
He FaceTimes me from his iPad the next morning from a Starbucks. He's like, yo, can you play the sound for me? I'm like, dude, I'm doing my Sunday morning research, listen to this podcast. Like, come on. And he's like, bro, you got to hurry up. I only got 5% of my iPad. I'm like, Joe, your phone is missing. You take your iPad with you to Starbucks to find your iPhone, and you don't even charge that. You have 5%. Like, what are you doing?
I was trying to hustle over to watch some football with my fucking friend over there. I'm trying to hang out with Daddy, order a couple fucking spicy dumplings. You know how it is, baby. Come on now.
All right, week 2 in the books. Biggest stories coming out of last week. What do you think? Obviously, the Colts.
All right.
The Colts got to be
I have
like
something
a
right
massive
now.
question mark. What do you like?
Fuck your Colts. Brandon Staley. I haven't gotten over it yet. It's been a week. That guy is not a genius. He's a goddamn idiot. What are you doing going for the touchdown on their 7-yard line when you can kick the field goal, get the onside kick, and then try to get the touchdown? If you miss the 4th and 7, the game is over. He's not a genius. Everyone's calling him a genius because he's the one who's like going for and forth. Idiot.
Bro,
yeah. Rank. I wonder what side you had on that one.
You sound like a man.
This is a totally
Clearly
unbiased take that
Clearly
we're getting
had
here.
Joey, back up.
Terrible
up,
bet,
dude.
by the way.
Back
Terrible.
up,
You
dude.
did not deserve that bet. You think
What
you
do you mean
deserved
I
that?
deserve
That would have been
bet?
the most
Hell
Howard
yeah.
victory I've ever seen in my life.
It's called fucking hovering,
that's-
baby.
we had
You
It's
basically
recovering.
bet on Herbert getting hobbled. That like congratulations. If you want,
I
if
mean,
you want
dude,
to
I
that
mean
field
that
goal.
throw he made, by the way, on 4th and 1, after he literally was running on 3rd and 1, could have clearly got the first down and just was like, I mean, what a dart, by the way.
Wait, what did he
What a
do?
dart.
What did he do on third down?
He was like a little, No, is that not what he did? Like, he was like,
Yo, what? We have a fucking crazy week of football. The Jets beat the Browns. The Cowboys beat the Bengals. The Cardinals come back from 20 down to beat the Raiders, and you're stuck on the Chargers.
Yeah, that was like
covering.
2 months ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like-
I'm still
Does
caught up.
feel-
I'm still
does
hopped
feel
up
like
on
2
Brandon
months ago.
Staley.
A
I'm still
bigger-
hopped up on
Frank, you know what
Brandon
I'm
Staley
so
playing too
upset
much
about?
Madden.
I'm so upset about the tuck rule in 2000. That's what's really grinding my gears this week.
I mean, hey, it was last week's game. We're covering last week right now, so I
Bro,
don't know why you're referencing something from fucking 10 years ago.
Yo, let me hit the highlights for you real quick because I'd like to gloat about a winning ticket that I got real quick. Bro, I took the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Jags in a money line parlay last week. Holy shit. When those games hit the very end and they're both coming back, Jets recover the onside kick. I think the Dolphins just got the ball back after the Baltimore field goal, and I have a chance to win this entire thing. And I took them in a round robin, so I had the Jets, Jags.
That was my question. Okay.
Yeah, so
was-
I had the round robin going, so I had every 2-way parlay going, and then I had the 3-way parlay, so it was $40 to win probably 400 something. And then just being able to watch that entire thing happen in real time. When you don't have the ability to hedge the bet, it's amazing because I don't know what I would have done if I had to sit around waiting for a 4:00 game and I hit 2 of the 3. But the fact that it simultaneously in action, I'm watching these 3 games transpire. Well, the Jags finish off. The 2 games transpire, phenomenal. The Jets come back, unfucking believable. The Dolphins win, phenomenal. You can't beat it.
Well, I know what you would have done. You would have fucking hedged.
Hedged like a
That's
pussy.
Bro, you're literally
Bro,
Sonic the Hedgehog. You hedge,
listen.
bro. You'll hedge on like a $20 bet.
Bro, I used to hedge. But now I'm a convict, babe. I only go for the win.
How about them fucking Jets though, baby? Like, come on, son.
Jeff
Yo,
football.
when's the last time the Jets had 2 offensive rookies get a touchdown in the same game?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
It's never happened. And
Dude.
when's the last time a Jets receiver, let alone a rookie receiver, has 2 touchdowns in the same game? Like, I know it's like other fans around the world could be watching this and thinking like, oh, the Jets won a game and they're celebrating, but it just feels different. Like, we've had a miserable 10 fucking years. And this win just feels different. Like, Robert Saleh has brought a grittiness to this team. He's brought a vibe to this team that we haven't had before. The locker room is fucking electric. Watching these post-game and pre-game speeches given by DJ Reed and Jordan Whitehead, 2 guys that came from the Bucks and the
Big
Seahawks
guy.
and 49ers, winning cultures. Like, the team just seems together, the locker room's together. And yes, listen, the Browns were up 13 with less than 2 minutes left. They blew that game. But as much as they blew that game, the Jets fucking took that game. The old Jets would have given up and that game's over. For a team to give up that game, you still need the other team on the other side that hasn't given up. And the Jets didn't give up. They fucking kept fighting. The old Jets would not have done that. Joe Flacco's like reinvigorated. When he was the quarterback, when Adam Gase was there, it looked like he didn't even want to be there. The guy's slinging the rock. I'm fucking excited. Garrett Wilson fucking bullied the Browns secondary, which is the top 5 secondary in the league. Like, listen, we're not making the playoffs. I know that, but the future is bright, and I'm fucking excited.
Feels good.
Thank
Feels
you,
good.
Nick
Feels
Chubb.
good.
Thank you, Nick Chubb. Chubb for Chubb, baby. Thank you.
But not
So
going
a
down. Yeah.
crazy
Chubb.
stat. So a crazy stat. From week 9 of 2001 through week 1 of 2022, so through week 1 of this season, teams had 2,229 straight games when trailing by 13 points with 2 minutes left until the New York Football Jets broke it this Sunday.
Love it. Book it, baby.
Fucking book it.
Sweet.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it was crazy. This week is crazy. It's as simple as
This
that.
season-
Nothing made sense.
The
This
season's
week
been
was nuts.
insane. The season's been insane so far. Incredible.
Yeah.
And saying to people who don't have a gut, don't have this gut, don't have this 7-2 gut, don't have this 5-0 gut.
Yeah, you have the most gorgeous gut. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
This gut is powerful. This gut is powerful. I told you guys the Eagles secondary was going to shut down the Vikings. I said Tannehill is a broken shell of a man. I said the Bears wouldn't sniff 14 points. This gut is fucking undefeated. And this gut's going to go undefeated again this week.
Love it.
Yeah, you want to hear it? You want to hear fraud alert? Your boy King Snake picks the Bills, Eagles, and Bears on this show, and then he bets the Titans, Vikings, and Packers. Fucking fraud.
Fraud.
Huge
Fraud. Why are you doing this? What are you doing?
It's
Fraud.
tough. It's tough, and it's gonna sound like an excuse, blah blah blah. But we fucking shoot this shit on Wednesday afternoon. A lot changes from Wednesday afternoon to Sunday afternoon and Monday night.
Nothing changed on any of those games since then.
Nothing.
For me, it does. Just diving into the research and the
Psychologically, because you're mentally weak.
No, wrong. With all the action coming in Vegas and where the action goes and how the lines move in response to that action coming in changes the way I feel about games. Like, for example, the Saints were my lock of the week on the show. I didn't even bet on the Saints on Sunday because I did not like it.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah, you've lost all integrity in my mind.
The integrity of the show is gone if you're going to do this, dude. What are you doing?
Just being honest, my G.
You're being honest about being dishonest.
Yeah, you're being honest.
Oh my God.
Well, I wouldn't
Shoot.
I wouldn't say that it was dishonest because at the time those were my picks and my locks. But as in life, shit changes. And I'm on a mission for cash, not a mission to keep up my upstanding citizenship.
On GT.
Okay.
On
Love
GT.
it. Yo, let's jump into a little bit of who hurt you because I think that we all have a similar one. Like what happened with your big parlay that you had going on?
Dude, if I feel like this happens every single week, I have a fat parlay, and this isn't like a little bitch made parlay, like 100 to win 600. Like this is 100 to win some fucking G babies. Like I'm talking families of 6. There was yeah, you got G babies. You're gonna win 4 babies. It's family of 6. Well, family of 5. I'm a single father, but I don't even. I had 2 last week that lost last second. Let me pull these up. What do we got? So, I mean, I actually put an insane live parlay in. So it was the Cardinals money line when they were down 20 plus 1,100. The Denver Broncos when they were struggling against the Texans, so they were only minus 200. And I took the Packers money line. I don't know why, I just threw them in there. The one team that fucked me was the Bengals. At the time, they were down, I believe, a field goal, and I took them plus 164. They tied it up, brought it to overtime, got the ball first. But that offense just couldn't move the ball against the Cowboys D line. So I mean, I didn't put much on it. I had 44 to win. Like I don't know what's 44 times 54.
44.
Yeah, I mean, I had 44 to win like 2,500, and I missed it by the Super Bowl running up Cincinnati Bengals losing to the Cooper Rush led fucking Dallas Cowboys. So it was kind of brutal to stand that. But
we're gonna talk about that a bit later. I can't wait to touch on the Cowboys. I wonder if this
listen, we're 2 weeks in. I've had 3 5+ team parlays that are one piece away from cash and big. We're close. We're onto something. Working out a few kinks, but we'll get there. Trust the process.
Amen. Joey T, anybody heard you this week?
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot about this one until right now. You just reminded me. Yeah. So I get the licks. I'm taking a shower. I'm like, yo, daddy, hook me up with something fat. You know what I mean?
Hey, wait,
so
vision that. Rank's taking a shower and he turns to me and says, "Hey, Dad."
with that. But dude, the Commanders, they just had to win the game. We had this is what we had right now. Green Bay to win, San Fran to win, Atlanta plus 10, Jets plus 7.5, Jacksonville plus 3.5, New England money line. And all we goddamn needed was Carson Wentz to win.
The parlay that I put in for you was one away.
Daddy. That's what I said. Daddy, put something in. We put it in. It literally plus 2,600, $50. Would have cashed in around like 1,300.
I didn't even take that myself. Add it to the list. This kid's literally in the shower.
Add it to the list. Yeah. No.
Put in a parlay. I don't even think. I clicked 7 random things and you missed by 1. Fucking
shower
crazy.
bets.
I know.
That's what happens.
Shower bets. Maybe shower bets pull, man. Shower bets pull.
Bro, they actually came back in that game, and I thought for a second that they were gonna at least tie it up, but I think the Lions.
They were the one team that didn't do it. They were the one team that didn't do it last week. Everyone else did it. Everyone down like 20 points came back, won the game, except the goddamn Commanders.
I wanted to ask you guys now that you bring it up. So I was sitting on the couch watching this go down, and Coach, what would I do in this situation? Commanders are down 22. So you're 3 possessions back. You need 3 touchdowns, and I'm
bro.
Yeah,
You need
a 2-point conversion. Do you go for the 2-point conversion on the first touchdown, or do you wait for the last touchdown?
Wait, you have to
Well-
wait because then
well,
it's
also-
wait.
I can't believe you're not going to mention the
Why do
fact
you
that they-
why do you wait, Joe?
What do you mean? Why do you wait? Because then the game, then it's just an extra possession you need then and then, and it's like, all right, I'll figure it out towards the end of the game. I'd rather get close then, like, and then
Okay.
instead,
Well,
So
situations change. Situations change.
I couldn't disagree more.
oh, of course,
I couldn't disagree more. You're down 22 and you go for 2. Say you get a touchdown, you're down 16, you go for 2, you don't get it. You're still only 2 touchdowns back. If you you have other
okay,
chances
yeah.
to get the 2-point conversion. If you only go for the extra point, you're down 15. The next time you score a touchdown and you don't get the 2, you're down 2 possessions. So you may as well go for it on the first one. There's no reason to wait.
I didn't
And-
follow any of that math, but like just from like a football momentum point of view, you definitely kick the extra
No.
point. Like you definitely keep
You
hope
can't get the
alive. You
extra
definitely, you definitely keep hope alive, and you like don't let the other team get any momentum back, especially on defense, by stopping you from the 2-yard
You
line.
couldn't fo- you
I
couldn't
see your
follow that
logic. I
math?
see your logic. I see your logic, but like,
Wait, no,
You
I
could-
think we have a
you could-
bigger fish to fry here. If Cherry couldn't follow that math, it's pretty simple.
I was like barely listening, honestly. But
And again, and they did it again. So whatever, they went for 1, they got it. They got it, scored a touchdown, whatever, let up another touchdown. But then they were down 27-36, down 9, and they kicked the extra point and they fucking missed it. So not only did they not go for 2, and they now they're down 2 possessions, they didn't even go for the 2. Now that the field goal has been moved back to a 33, the extra point has been moved back to a 33-yard field goal, you have to go for 2 first every time.
bro,
Because
me and Joey, I know Joey was on this too. Had the over in that game, 49.5. That touchdown made it 50. Thank the fucking Lord. And then they missed that extra point. I would have been losing my fucking mind if that was for 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to go
Well,
off
I
on that
thought
tangent,
I
but-
thought there was a point in that game where they could have brought it to 7 and they went for 2 to bring it to 6.
they did.
And what the
That's-
fuck does that?
That's the Doug Peterson school of coaching that they started that like 5 years ago. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
it's
You're
analytics.
gonna have a better chance to win the game if you go for 2, because if you get it there, then you're up 8, right? Wait,
I also
sorry,
don't. I don't hate it too. I don't
Wait,
hate
so-
it too because you have so much momentum. You're down 22. You get 2 touchdowns. Let's just keep this train going. You got a tired defense that's probably been out there.
Weird
Like,
move. It's a weird
they-
move.
No,
you know
no,
what I
Dan,
mean? Like,
Rank, you're talking about something else.
It's not the weirdest. What do you
Rank,
mean?
you're talking about something
It's
else.
a weird move. They could have brought it to 7,
By
but
the
instead they went for
Commanders.
2 to bring it to 6 instead of, or they could have been at 8 and they didn't get the extra point and it was at
Wait,
8.
Was this
Well,
the-
you're on the road and you want to put yourself in a position where you get another touchdown and then you get the win and get out of there.
It's crazy.
That's what they were trying to do.
No, what-
and,
I'm sorry.
and the numbies say
What was-
to go for
what was
2
the
because there's like a
situation?
60% chance of getting it. So if you go for it twice, then you're probably going to at least push to overtime.
They
Or
were
you're
down
probably-
14 and they got the touchdown. I think they
I
went for
understand what you're
2.
saying.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just
that's
telling you what the numbies say.
what Cherry just said is the logic behind it.
All right, can
Like
we move on?
yeah.
We're agreeing with you. It makes sense. though.
All right, let's
I
talk
got
some
fucked.
football this
I
week.
got fucked last week too. What? I don't get a chance.
Oh, Cherry, talk to me. Who
I
hurt
got
you?
totally screwed by the fucking Cardinals. They
Looks
ruined
like
my
I heard
day.
it.
I literally texted you guys. This ruined my day. This literally ruined my entire day. Meanwhile, Lick's sitting there with his 100 to win 1,200 live bet on the cards. I'm sitting there. Bro, it's the worst feeling in the world going into the night game. Like, I had a great day. Like I said, I fucking went 5-0 on the week. And I'm sitting there. I got the cards, the last leg of a parlay. I got about 300 just waiting to drop into my account. And I'm going to throw it on the Packers that night. I'm like, I know this is obviously going to hit. You already mark it down as a win. I'm waiting for the money to hit my account just so I could throw at least half of it on the Packers that night and then win some more money and momentum going into Monday. And then
Wait,
what
you
the
had-
fuck
you
happened?
Had, you had Raiders money line?
What
I
was
had
the bet?
Raiders minus 4.5.
Oh,
What was
God.
the bet?
I had the last leg of a parlay.
What was the bet? How much to win? How much?
It was 50 to win 250, 300, something like that.
All right. So I put 100 to win 1,100. I won. You lost 300. We're net positive 800, baby. It sounds like we're out on top.
Bro, but it was
What's
the,
our
it was the
combined net
mor-
worth?
it was the moral aspect of it because then I would have gone heavy on the Packers at night, but I instead just didn't even bet on the game because I was so demoralized. I was like,
Was
the
the-
gods just fucking hate me right now. And by the way, you shouldn't even be happy about that. You know, you shouldn't be happy about that.
Happy about what?
That cards win, that like miraculous whatever
Why?
hit, because you just used up like all of your gambling luck for at least the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I took the Vikings and the Titans Monday night and got smoked. So there you go.
Yeah, but
So
that's
it all
just
made
bad
up.
picking. That's bad picking.
This is why you stick to what you say on GT, dude. This is why you stick to what you say here and roll with it.
Bro, you needed a Hunter Renfrow like 2 fumbles in a row to get there.
That was wild.
Either
That,
way,
that was
yeah.
wild. That end of the game, by the way, like, what was it? Hunter Renfrow fumbles. He almost throws I forget what happens before then. Another Hunter Renfrow fumble. Like,
No, it was back to back plays.
Oh, it was back to back. I thought there was something in between there, but like that was so crazy. He fumbles, chaos. He fumbles again. He gets smoked by Isaiah Simmons. Absolutely hosed. And
Yeah.
like, it's like Jesus, man. Like, if I'm a Raider fan, I'm like, yeah, this is the season right here. This is what's gonna be like.
By the
Last thing
way,
I'll
I
say-
see.
go for it.
I was gonna say I see Danny is getting a little antsy over there. He's gonna move us on. But rule number 1 of betting: if you follow this, you'd be a rich fucking man. You bet the Bills to win the Bills. You bet the Bucks to win the Bucks. They're
Win the
4-0,
Bucks.
and quite frankly, the 4 games have not even been close. If you're betting on the Bills, you're betting on the Bucks. You're bringing home cash. Straight up.
I mean,
Cherry, final word.
The Bills are something else
Fin-
right now, man.
Final word. I don't know if you got the Cardinals are slowly becoming the most hateable team in the entire NFL. In my opinion, they are.
Not
And the
Bro, I don't know if
Broncos.
you. No, not even close. Bro, I don't know. You clearly haven't heard the story then. I don't know if you guys saw, but Kyler like went over to the fan, like after they won the game or whatever, he like went over to the
Gets
fans
slapped.
and started dapping them up and like dapping them up. And the fans were like, oh shit, Kyler, blah, 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 dapping him up. And then a fan like went like that, like limp
Hit him.
wristed him and like
Slapped him in
brushed
the
his
face.
She didn't slap him in the face, Frank. You know he didn't
Slapped
slap
him.
him in the face.
No, he went for the high five, missed, and just gave him one right across the face.
And,
Like,
and
it
now they're
happened,
pursuing legal action against the guy.
Damn.
So
Go
slapped him
figure.
in the face.
Damn.
This is the most hateable team in the entire NFL, and I fucking this is somebody who despises the Cowboys and Eagles more than anybody else.
All right, fair point.
Cardinals.
I
for
think you're just
Cherry,
carrying
pretty bad.
over a grudge from 2 years ago. You're carrying over.
I
a grudge from 2
100%
years
am.
ago.
I hate this team. I
There you
hate
go.
Kingsbury. Bro, that offense has no flow. Have you ever seen an offense with less flow?
Yeah, they
Not until
don't.
the
But
last- not until the fourth quarter.
bro,
My
I mean
God.
that I think that win will give them juice going into the rest of the season.
Yeah, because you took them to win the Super Bowl. I
I
still think
didn't.
they're
I
winning.
didn't. Bro, I don't even want to tell you who I ended up taking in that bet, but it was
The
another
Raiders?
The Colts.
Bro, it was more just like, yeah, terrible decisions. But anyway, let's talk about
All
our
right, let's
Thursday
go.
night football. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's talk about our Thursday night football matchup. We have the Steelers are going into Cleveland. Cleveland coming in at 4.5-point favorites. Bro, looking at the Browns coming in at 4.5-point favorites. It's just so ugly. Tell me what you're taking. Joey T, start it off.
I mean, you just said it. Ugly. Woof. This is not the game of the week like last Thursday night
ugly.
right now. I mean, oh my God, so bad. I mean, Pittsburgh's offense is inept. Cleveland's just like a little distraught right now. It's just going to be one of these gritty, grinded out kind of games right now. I mean, I'm looking at the over under 38.5. Woof, bro. This isn't good.
I might not watch
like,
it. Might not watch it.
I don't blame
I'm
you if you
kidding.
don't
Of
watch
course
it.
I'm
This is
watching
going to
it.
be ugly. But
What else-
no,
what
I
else
mean,
we
this
doing?
is, I could say with probably 95% confidence, this is Mitch Trubisky's last start. It's going to be Kenny Pickett after this. I mean, Pittsburgh can't move the ball right now. It's so bad. 2 games. It's just like, oh my God. It's dreadful to watch. I actually do think though, like Cleveland, after everything that happened, is going to rebound. I think like it's everyone's saying the Browns are going to Brown. They're going to find a way to lose. I think like there's something, I don't know what it is about Kevin Stefanski, something different about him, maybe because he's a good looking dude and he just looks like a coach on the sideline. I think this team is going to like rebound this week, come back. I think it's going to be it's going to be ugly, but like I could see this being like 20-7, like one of those kind of games, and in the dirt. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, AFC North. Well, that's where I'm going with. I'm taking the Browns at 4.5. I'm done with the Steelers. I'm done with Mr. Trubisky.
Book it.
Right, you need some new Wi-Fi, my dude.
Yeah,
legit.
bro. That was
Yeah,
terrible.
I didn't even get to see
probably
the
do.
Yeah, we missed the
Yeah, see, you froze on the again.
You keep
Uh,
freezing on the
yeah.
tut-tut.
All right, Cherry, what do you like in
It
this
could
one?
be, yeah.
I mean, I'm with Rank. It's a super fishy line. First of all, the public's been all over the Steelers. This moved from 4, this was originally 5.5. Dude,
This
a
line
couple
was
of
5.5. Holy
yeah, when I looked at it
shit.
yesterday. 2 things, two takes on this. One, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Browns had a team meeting after the Jet game, like a players only meeting. Kind of respect that, honestly. Secondly, Pickens and is already kind of throwing Mitch under the bus, like saying that the wide receivers are getting where they're supposed to and they're getting open. And like the receivers are just like obviously sick and tired of having an answer for the fact that like Mitch's average throw, I think, is like 4.2 yards down the field or something like that. And lastly, bro, I honestly think the Pittsburgh fan, like, I don't know if you guys like, I follow like a lot of like Pittsburgh Twitter and stuff. And the more the fans like try to make a movement to get Matt Canada fired, the offensive coordinator, and try to make a movement to get Kenny in the game, like the more you hear the Kenny chants, the more stubborn Tomlin gets. Like, I really believe that. I really think the more like the crowd pushes him to put Kenny in, the less likely he is to do it. So this should be Mitch's last game, but I think Tomlin is just a fucking psycho. So he might not, but I'm riding the Browns. I think they got some continuity going, especially on defense. I think they're going to try. This is a good bounce back spot for them.
Wait, like,
is Matt Canada?
He's got to go. It's pathetic. No, it is Matt Canada.
So he's so bad.
Everything about the offense is fucked. The offensive, it all starts with the offensive.
It's terrible. Yeah,
everything's fucked. But oh God, I hate when you both are on the team that I want to take. But I think the Browns are gonna be fired up after blowing that lead against the Jets. And to be honest, that the Browns won that game. If Nick Chubb goes down instead of going into the end zone, the game is over, and we're looking at a 2-0 Steelers. And this spread's probably even bigger, 5.5, 6. You know, I'm a stat guy. The Browns were 0-6 last season when rushing for less than 100 yards, 9-2 when over 100 yards. The Steelers have given up over 100 yards in both games so far this season. The Browns have ran for over 100 yards in both games so far this season. The Browns are built on their rushing attack. I think if they get a lead early, they're going to force the Steelers' hand, force the ball into Mitch Trubisky's hand, force Mitch Trubisky to beat you, and that's exactly where you want to be when you're the opposing defense. The Browns are better at every position group.
Yes.
Literally every position group.
Besides wide receiver, yes.
And wide receiver is like kind of close, honestly. But I just think the Browns are going to run this game. And it's funny you guys both brought up Kenny Pickett. I had in my notes that we might even see Kenny Pickett in this one. I think it's going to be a rough game for the Steelers. I'm taking the Browns -4.5 with confidence. And I also love the over 38.5.
The only reason we're not going to see Kenny Pickett is I just think it's the Thursday night, like, divisional game. Like, it's something with these coaches that they don't want to do it, I feel like, at all. Like well, this is why it's every time it's the rookie QB fucking formula. It's like short Thursday night, week and a half to get the rookie QB ready. It's what happens every single time with these people. It's I don't know why the coaches just do it. Like, they don't want to get them ready for a short week, all this shit. And it's just like he's going to come out Saturday and say Kenny Pickett started. Like, it's going to be that quick.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, my
Danny, what you got?
Yeah, here's a stat for you. Under Mike Tomlin, the Steelers have been an underdog coming into the game at 5 or more points 22 times. They went 14-7-1 against the spread in those games, including 2-0 against the spread versus Cleveland. Division matchup. Cleveland was a team that I was going to fade the entire season. The 4.5 points just seem like a lot. I think Cleveland could win this game, but I think they could win this game by 3 or 4, and Pittsburgh could definitely still be in it. The 4.5 is just a little too much in the divisional matchup, so I'm going to actually go oppo the boys. I think that's also giving me a little bit more juice. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one to keep it close.
Why? What's good with your stat? You said when they're 5+ underdogs.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
It doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They're
you said when
they're 4.5 point favorites.
They're 4.5
coming into the game. So I'm sure that stat was listed because they came in at 5.5 point.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Or 5.5 point dogs. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Seems like a little mental gymnastics, but
no, I think that's exactly. I said coming into the game, so I put that preference in there because that's fuck you. All right, let's talk about our Sunday night football matchup. This week sucks. All right, we got the 49ers are going into Denver, and the Niners are coming in at 1.5 point favorites. In my opinion, this Denver team, despite the win last week, is still on the hot seat. Nathaniel Hackett is most definitely on the hot seat. They were getting booed like crazy. I think coming in at 1.5 point dogs at home, like, this is going to be the game where the Broncos make a statement and put up a big win. But what do you guys think? Cherry, kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, I think this week in general is kind of interesting. The line's 1.5. Like, most of these lines are razor thin, I feel like. More than usual. So 77% of the money is on San Fran. I I don't know, man. Like San Fran beat up on the Seahawks last week. Congratulations. The Broncos obviously looked like dog shit. Obviously, I had the Texans as my lock. Obviously, they got booed like crazy. This is like a nut up or shut up spot, I feel like, for the Broncos. You're on prime time. You got like technically a win last week, but it wasn't like your morale is still very low. Like this is a time where you can really just nut the fuck up, go down on Sunday Night Football and show the world, hey, we got a team, we got a defense, we got a receiving core, we got an offensive line, we got a running back, and we got our goddamn quarterback. And so I'm going to ride the Broncos here, even though who the fuck knows what's going on with Hackett, that loser.
Snake.
Wait, Danny, did you take the Broncos? Did you make
Yeah, I'll say it. I'm taking the Broncos plus 1.5.
Yeah. This line is so disrespectful to the Broncos. Like coming to the season, if I told you they would be home dogs prime time with Russell Wilson as their quarterback week 3, you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But they were 3-point favorites before week 1. And after 2 weeks of football with the 49ers starting quarterback going down, the line has moved 4.5 points in the 49ers favor.
Crazy.
I think that just speaks to how pathetic and inept Nathaniel Hackett and this Denver Broncos offense is. I mean, the man's been over at match in every coaching aspect of these 2 games that he's played so far. I'm trying to like put myself in the Broncos situation. Like, how did this guy convince him in interviews that he was the man for the job? Just because he was the offensive coordinator on the Packers? I think it's easy to make yourself look like you know what you're doing when Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback. And you're not even
whose take is that, my G? Whose take is that, my G?
Whose take is what?
Whose take is that, my G? The players dictate what people think about the coaches.
No,
of course,
standing next to the guy. It's like you're standing next to the guy, so you're gonna get a coach. It's the coaching tree. Like you're next to.
I think it's more so LaFleur.
You're gonna get a job because you work for Kyle Shanahan.
The point is, this has been my ongoing debate with Snake for the past I don't know how many years, which I always say is that the coaches are just irrelevant because the players dictate like the success and the failure of the team, and so everybody's looking at this through the same lens. It's just like you're saying, you're more or less saying the same thing. It's just like, bro, Nathaniel Hackett looks good. He got the job because he had Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback. It's the same concept.
He didn't even do anything. He didn't call.
No, yeah, I agree with Licht.
Danny, if you brought up that point to anybody that knows anything about football, they would literally walk out of the room and not speak to you. Football is all about schemes and play calling and where you're putting players and where you're throwing the ball and when do you run and when do you pass. Play calling and coaching means more in
No, Licht, you're wrong. Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert, Elijah Mitchell, these are all just incredible running backs, and the coaching and like offensive line scheme has nothing to do with it.
Bro, all right, so take Aaron Rodgers out of the system, and then all of a sudden what happens to the team? Put in the best coach.
We saw it. It stinks. We saw it. Versus the Kansas City last year. It stunk, dude.
There's like 2 coaches who make an impact. It's Bill Belichick and nobody else.
It's the dumbest.
Sean McVay.
Look at the Jets offense. When you go from Adam Gase to Michael LaFleur, it's the world of a difference because of the play call.
Adam Gase is not a good coach.
I think it's extremely generous, but go on.
Back to my handicap. Why I'm fucking pissed that we have to watch the Broncos in prime time again. Fuck this team. No matter what the spread was, I was taking the 49ers, and I'm happy to see that it's a small 1.5 point spread. That means I could just take a money line, root for them to win. The Broncos lost to Seattle week 1 with Geno Smith starting as quarterback. They struggled to beat the Houston Texans with Davis Mills as their quarterback. They couldn't score in the red zone again. That's 5 possessions this season in the red zone, coming away with 9 points, 2 turnovers, 0 touchdowns. They have 16 goal-to-go plays so far this season with no touchdowns and 2 turnovers. They're fucking pathetic. The 49ers are better off with Jimmy G than they are with Trey Lance. Judy's probably out. Patrick Surtain's out. I think Kittle's back. The 49ers are winning this game.
You're going to switch that pick.
No. I will not be betting on the Broncos. It won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, like you're also talking. Just a quick reply for a second though. It's like those stats are not going to continue to average out like that. Like they're going to score in the red zone, and this is the week that they do it. But
Russell Wilson's not elite. How's that for a hot take?
I love it. Keep going. Tell me more.
Not wrong.
He ever since he got older, how old is he? 32, 33, 34. He can't move. He can't run around the pocket anymore. He's not a threat on his feet. They don't have the spine in him anymore. He just doesn't look good, like just straight up. And also, this might be to back up Nathaniel Hackett's decision week 1. Maybe he knew Russ doesn't have it. Maybe their best chance to win that game was McManus kicking a 64-yard field goal. Maybe he knows more than we do.
We're a Russ hating podcast. Love it. Bro, also, but here's the thing:
Oh.
Denver's going to be a run first team anyway. Like that, they have a great.
Yeah, how's that worked out for them? How's that worked out for them?
Well, well, it's ironic, right? Because they paid Russ, so now Nathaniel Hackett's caught in this position where it's like, well, we paid the guy, but we actually should be running the ball the entire time. We shouldn't be throwing the ball at all. It's kind of funny like that. Cherry, Joey T, yeah, what are you taking? Cherry, you picked, right?
No, dude, like I don't know how much more Nathaniel Hackett football I could watch. Like that game was so ugly, dude. Like he's clearly in over his head, correct? Like this is another Freddie Kitchen situation. It's one of these where like he's standing next to, like you said, he's standing next to the guy who makes him look great and he gets a coaching job, and then you put him in the spot and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing actually. I'm a total imposter. I'm a fraud. And he is a fraud right now. I mean, like, what are they in the red zone right now? Like 0 for 6? Like within the 5-yard line, something crazy like that? Like,
yeah.
Did you listen to anything I just said?
No, but I'm saying like I'm just like catching on. Like it's so like crazy a little bit. Like and I was trying to look up something while you were talking. So yes, I was not paying attention a little bit. But anyway, like
you say Anywell on purpose. This is like the 50th time you said Anywell.
I know.
Do you do this on purpose?
I'm a little flustered right now by Nathaniel Hackett. Just let me fucking be right now.
Blake's making his own language over here while we're trying to do
he said Anywell last week. You guys glossed over it last week, and I was just like,
no, I didn't. I heard it also. Bro, we need GT merch with Anywell on it. Like, need it.
Love that.
Anyway. Okay. All right. Now I'm rolling Snake on this one. I'm taking the 49ers. This team is 10 times better with Jimmy G at their quarterback. Trey Lance wasn't anything special by any means. He just wasn't, I think, any good. This team is going to function better. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run play action. They're going to look really good. Like 49ers in a route, probably, honest. I just don't see how they can turn this around right now. It doesn't look good at all. I mean, they're going to be Jerry Jeudy's also questionable, so it's going to be just Courtland Sutton out there. KJ Hamler, I think, is still out. So like whatever it is, San Fran in a route.
Sweet. I like that we're split on this one. Awesome. Let's turn it to another terrible matchup. We got the Cowboys coming into New York. The Giants are coming in at 1.5-point favorites on Monday night. Cooper Rush and the Cowboys coming off a big win against the Bengals, who, I mean, that team's on the hot seat going against the Jets now next week. Holy shit, that team needs to win or that whole organization is going to be lit up. But anyway, so Giants coming in 1.5-point favorites. Snake, do you like the Giants to cover again and win this game for a third week in a row?
Nope. Let's go Cowboys, baby. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually super excited for this game for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be, but it's the 2-0 Giants division game at home, and I gotta give props to the Giants fans. I mean, that stadium was fucking buzzing last week. Like, that was impressive for a week 2 Giants team that's been horrible for so many years for the fans to bring it like that. Fucking impressive. And I respect the fuck out of it. But I don't know. The Giants wins were both like ugly and fluky against bad teams. I mean, we saw it last week. How the hell did the Cowboys with Cooper Rush at quarterback beat the Bengals? It's because their D-line just caused fits for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They had 6 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, 8 tackles for loss.
Crazy.
The Cowboys defense have held the Bengals and the Bucs both to under 20 points. So this season in their 2 games. How the hell is Daniel Jones and the Giants going to score more than 20 points? I think the Giants O-line is probably even worse than the Bengals O-line. So if the Bengals had O-line issues last week, the Giants are probably going to have some of the same issues this week. I love the boys getting points here on Monday night. I'm gonna take them. I'm probably gonna take them pretty big.
Nice. Joey.
I'm not going that way. I'm actually going on the Giants. I think this Cooper Rush magic, it's going to run up this week. Like, I mean, his 2 starts versus the Vikings prime time last year, he did something magical. Last week, he played okay. I mean, that opening drive, he looked great. And then he became just average to below average the rest of the game. Like, I think now there's enough tape on this guy. And this clearly isn't the same Giants team we've been seeing for the past 6 years. They actually have someone who knows what they're doing at the helm. I mean, the only thing that I could see, and this is what I actually love most, I don't think there's going to be any points in this game. I think it's going to be This is going to be a dogfight, I think, on the ground. A lot of running the football, a lot of hand in the dirt shit. Because, I mean, like, how is Daniel Jones going to stand up? Michael Parsons is a menace right now. This dude is just everywhere. Like, he's lined up left tackle, right tackle, and he's getting there every time. It's crazy. Like, I don't see how Daniel Jones is going to have enough time to throw the football. I think Cooper Rush, they finally have enough tape on him to finally figure out what this guy's not good at, and they're going to stop it. So I'm going to take the Giants because, like, I don't think the Cowboys are really going to score that much in general, but I think the Giants will score just a little bit more to cover that spread.
Nice. Cherry, I feel like as the one Giant fan on the panel, it should be clear who you're taking, but I want to know, are you going with your heart? Or are you going with your brain? What's the stats?
I'm going heart, brain, and gut are all pointing in the same direction. Like I'm trying to be objective and realistic. Like I really think this is a good spot for the Giants. I'm taking the Giants. I'm all in on the What?
It's a horrible spot for the Giants. It's such a bad spot.
2-0. Really? Oh, really? A backup quarterback division rival coming in? Yeah, that's a terrible spot.
That's the spot.
Exactly.
That's the spot.
2-0, feeling good, coming off a win.
Division matchup against the backup quarterback.
Buddy, I got news for you. 2-0, make that 4-0. We got a cupcake next week too. We're staring down the barrel 4-0. I'm being realistic.
You fucking homer. You're such a homer.
I'm not being a homer.
You're such a homer. I'm on your side, but this is all homer. Can you listen to my take?
I'm not being a homer. Dude, who's more negative about the Giants than me? Like, they've sucked dick the whole year. Bro, they took them week 1. I was like, I'm still not sold on Dable. I was like, he's fat and he doesn't really like bring the I didn't. It was the same thing with
that. Not sold on Dable as a head coach because he's fat?
Partially, honestly. Now I'm sold on him. But dude, like it was the same thing. But bro, it was the same thing we were talking about before, though. When you guys were talking about Nathaniel Hackett being next to Rodgers, I had the same take about Dable being next to Josh Allen. Like I was like, is he really making this guy good? So I was not sold on him at all, bro. He said I've watched every single second of interview that this guy has given over the last few weeks. Like he's been saying some interesting stuff. One, he's putting on an absolute masterclass of pettiness and passive aggression towards Kenny Golladay. I don't know if you guys have been following this at all. Golladay had 2 targets week 1, and he played 2 snaps last week. Jeez. He's getting paid $74 million, and he played 2 snaps. And asked after the game, Dable's like
37 mil per snap.
It's insanity. No. It's insanity, bro. You know who they're playing over him? Richie James Jr., who's making like $100K this year. Richie James, he's on a $1 million contract,
RJJ.
Bro. And after the game, Dable's asked about it, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, Kenny's working really hard. We really want it." Like he's like. He's being like
bullshitting it.
Like, yeah, like bullshitting it, but like it seems genuine. And it's just like, bro, we know this guy doesn't like try hard or whatever. Like it's been coming out since fucking whatever, August. So that's hilarious to me. Secondly, if we want to talk X's and O's, we're probably going to have Kayvon Thibodeau making his debut under the lights in the big city. We're probably going to have Azeez Ojulari coming back. Like you bookend those 2 kids, they're going to just wreak havoc in the backfield. The one thing I don't like is they have a whiteout. They're like telling all the fans to wear white.
Oh, you see that? You see that public service announcement that Dable put out? Literally like a little letter written.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that shit. I hate that college shit. This is the pros league. This is the men's league. But I do think the Giants are the better team, and I think the Cowboys are in shambles for a long time.
Hold on. Cherry. Hold on, Cherry. I want to circle back to one thing you said.
After coming
I want to circle back to one thing Cherry said that I couldn't disagree with more, actually. Dable and Hackett, not the same situation. Josh Allen stunk before Brian Dable got there. Aaron Rodgers was already a Hall of Famer. Dable actually made something out of Aaron Rodgers.
Josh Allen never stunk. Josh Allen never stunk. You just thought he stunk.
What do you mean? He stunk. Josh Allen was terrible his first 2 seasons. Terrible.
I don't think he stunk, but
you cannot say that.
No, but it wasn't. No. I mean, bro, it's somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle.
He was inefficient. Interception.
Yeah, he wasn't. Josh Allen wasn't.
Yeah, right. You want to know what that's called? It's called a rookie quarterback in the NFL. He was never terrible. He just wasn't what he.
I'm also not saying. No.
Josh Allen was bad. Josh Allen was bad his first 2 seasons. It wasn't anything good. It was bad. Everyone, dude, he was going into that 3rd season.
Dude,
this guy, people are saying he's not the QB.
Second season, 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 picks. It's pretty good for a second-year quarterback in the NFL.
Nothing special.
But either way, I need to go back to Cherry, and I like the Cowboys coming into this, but I like them so much more now. And this is exactly why the Giants are going to lose. They're 2-0. They're feeling good, coming off 2 last-second wins. good spot for the Giants. No, it's a horrible spot. They're looking to next week at home against the Bears. They're thinking that they're about to be 4-0, but they're forgetting how good the Cowboys are. The Cowboys are a good team. They have weapons on offense. They have one of the best defenses in the league.
They have
The
one
Cowboys
weapon
are-
on offense. They have
the
one
Ca-
single weapon. CD Lamb. That's their weapon.
Just not true.
Gallup's coming back this week, isn't he?
Gallup might be
He
coming.
might.
Gallup might
He
be
might.
coming back. Fucking Brown from Ohio State looks like it is a great connection with Cooper Rush. But these Giant fans are feeling so high and mighty. They're
Shut the
4-0.
fuck up. What I'm feeling high and mighty. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. Look at what's on your head. I'm feeling high and mighty. You look like a fucking asshole.
Danny, just get the editing ready. This is gonna be so sweet next
Yeah,
week.
keep the receipts. Keep the receipts.
when the
Yeah, get
Cowboys-
editing ready.
when
I
the
can't wait
Cowboys
to play
beat the
this
Giants,
next week.
And the Cowboys are gonna bring the Giants fans back to reality. Right now in their head, Cherry said
Buddy,
they're
I'm in
4-0.
reality. You want to know what my
Let me
I
fucking
want seven.
speak.
I want 7 wins this year. Is that realistic? I'll be happy with 7
Of course,
wins.
that's what Vegas put your win loss over under at. But in your head, you're already 4-0. You're looking past the Cowboys. You guys are losing this game, and I know it for a fact.
Yeah, but
I
you
think-
also have to take into consideration that it's a letdown game for the Cowboys as well. It's 2 letdown games going up against each other. The Giants are obviously have the letdown spot coming off 2 wins, going against a division matchup against the backup quarterback. But also the Cowboys are riding high right now. They're fucking juiced, thinking that Cooper Rush might actually bring them a good season, and now they're going to go against a division matchup against the Giants, who up until Cooper Rush came in, what's the spread with Dak? What's the spread with Dak? Like the Cowboys are favored pretty decently in this game, I think. So
Probably.
it's it's
Probably
like
4.5. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I think given that it's a letdown spot for both teams, I think that it's gonna end up going. The Giants are gonna cover. I'm taking the Giants -1.5 in this one at home. I think there's something going on there, and the backup quarterback for the Cowboys is gonna drop this week. And
The Giants' starting quarterback is a backup quarterback. That Cooper Rush.
I don't disagree.
Cooper
I don't
Rush
disagree
was
either.
not- No, he's not. He's not that bad. Daniel Jones isn't great by any
He's
means.
pretty bad, right?
But like
he's
he's
averaging
like,
like
he's like
170
20.
yards a game.
If we're
Saquon
doing
leading
the
league in
QB
rushing.
ranking show, he's 20 to 25. He's in that range. Like he's better than
Listen,
a
at
backup,
the-
but
at
he
the
ain't,
end of
he
the
ain't good
day-
enough to win you anything.
At the end of the day, Joe Burrow's Bengals couldn't break 20. Tom Brady's Bucks couldn't break 20. How the fuck are Daniel Jones Giants going to break 20? They're
And
not.
that's why they're gonna break 20.
Yo, I
No.
want to say one more
Not.
thing to Licht about the Giants looking past them. Like every single thing Dable has said, he keeps saying like we're not going to blow teams out. Like they all know that they're like a young developing team. Like they don't think too highly of themselves. He's keeping them humble. He's like, listen, all we can do is be in the position to win with a field goal at the end of the game. And he's like, that's what we're going to do. Sometimes we're going to win, sometimes we're going to lose. So I really don't think this team is getting too full of themselves by any means.
Well, I think they are because they have the same mindset as you. They're looking at the schedule and they think they're 4-0, but you forget you have 2 more games to play. So.
Love that. We
You
gotta
know, next
prevent
week,
this
you
Monday
guys want to
Night
talk about
Football
letdown
matchup.
games? Next week is the letdown game for the Giants when they play Chicago. That's the
I agree.
letdown. That's your loss right there.
Sweet. All right. Fucking contentious Monday Night Football matchup. But let's swing it over to parlays of the week and see what other games we're going to be throwing in there. Joey T, what do you like this week?
All righty, let's get this thing kicked off. All right, we're going to start with the Packers. All right, so the Packers right now are +1.5. I got a good feeling when we come to Sunday, this line might actually flip to them being -1.5. No Mike Evans, no Godwin. Tom Brady's going to have a problem. I like the Packers in that one. Rams, Cardinals. I think the Cardinals found something at the end of the Raiders game. I think their offense is clicking. I'm going with the over 48.5 in this. The Rams, they're going to put up the points. I think the Cardinals will kind of like match them for a little bit. So it can be over 48.5. I think this is a bounce back for the Commanders at home versus Philly. I think at home +6.5. Everyone's riding high in the Eagles. I think it's maybe a little bit of a comeback to earth game from them after a big Monday night win. I think they'll be humbled a little bit. They might win, but I think the Commanders keep it close enough to 6.5. And I'm going to top it off with my Sunday night pick, the San Francisco 49ers money line. Yeah, like I said, like Broncos shit show right now. Can't trust them at all. Plus 1176 right now. So take it while you can.
Nice. I like that besides the Broncos. Cherry, parlay of the
He
week.
took he took the Niners.
I
not
took
Broncos.
San
I'm sorry.
Francisco.
Yeah,
not the
my bad.
Broncos.
That's what I said, yeah.
My
Yeah.
bad. I like that. Yeah, I like that besides the Niners. Cherry, what do you like?
All right, we got a fatty this week. I'm kicking off with the Ravens to bounce back against the Patriots. I'm taking the money line there. Next up, Saints to beat Carolina, taking them money line as well, -156. I don't know. The Panthers are pathetic. I agree with Rank. I'm taking the Commanders this week. I actually bought a couple points. I got them at +10.5. Just throw it in there. But I do agree. Like this is a come down spot for the Eagles all the way. And Washington's offense, if they click, baby. Next up, a game we haven't talked about yet, Titans plus 1.5 against the Raiders. To me, this is just like culture versus culture. This is like Vrabel versus McDaniels. This is like the Tennessee Titans, who are actually a well-run organization at 0-2 versus a terrible organization in the Raiders at 0-2. And I think the better culture, the better head coach, the better like just well put together fundamentally team is going to win that one. And then lastly, taking the under 40.5 in Houston versus the Bears. That's going to be a disgusting game.
Yeah, it's a 6-3 game.
Wow.
What's the odds on
Yeah.
that?
Plus 1,400.
The over under in the Texans Bears game is 48.5.
40.5.
40.5.
Oh, 40.
Yeah.
40.
Okay. I thought you said 48. I was about to say that sounds way too high.
Yeah.
You'd be a
You
psycho
tease
to
it.
take the
You
over on
tease
that.
it. That's an auto win.
I was about to pound that.
Nice. Yeah, that Titans analysis is pretty interesting when you think about that. I mean, the Raiders, I think, what was their over under on season wins for this one?
Probably eight or nine.
8.5. It was 8.5.
I mean,
Everyone in that division was like they were the lone dog at 8, and everyone else was above that. It's
it's just
crazy.
the Titans.
I mean,
are
something
so
was something was
right.
Yes.
The Raiders
something
are
had
a
to give
talented team, but like like one team is just fundamentally better than the other. And you're 0-2, your back's against the wall. You're going there. The game's in Tennessee, obviously. Like Vrabel's got to get these guys up.
I don't think it's a bad pick either. I can't tell if it's me or for like every time the Raiders come. Oh, Danny, a West Coast team coming to the East Coast.
Thought about it. I thought about it.
No, but like I feel like every time the Raiders, it's
Are the
always the
Titans
Raiders
East,
for some reason.
Are the Titans East Coast?
Kind of are.
Yeah.
Nashville's pretty
Yeah,
east.
I mean it's a one. If it's not a 1 o'clock, it's a 12 o'clock start then.
Just,
so
just by
whatever they are, the
definition
time
of
difference.
just by definition of the word East Coast, they're just not East Coast. But
Yeah, it's not
I
East
digress.
Coast, but Nashville's pretty east.
I don't buy
But
it.
we're calling it East Coast because it's a 1 o'clock kickoff. That's why.
Joe, I
That's
gotta
why we're
mute
gonna
you.
go
I gotta
with
mute
East
you,
Coast.
dude.
Yeah.
Joe,
Dude, if you want to add some hot takes and cold takes and hop banter to the show, you gotta get some new Wi-Fi. You can't hear you.
you
Keep
can't hear a
freezing.
word you
I
say,
mean,
dog.
there's nothing I could do right now if my computer's
Take
like
it out with
overheating.
No.
My
There's
Wi-Fi is
nothing.
dead.
There's nothing you could do right now, but that's why we yell at you every week.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, there's nothing I could do. So, I mean, we did the test. I have the best Wi-Fi here right now, and I think it actually. I don't think it's a hot take. It ain't the Wi-Fi. I think it's the computer right now. I think there's too much shit open for my work right now. So, I'm
Bro,
trying to close it off.
I was between
Anywell.
I was between the Raiders and the Raiders, Titans, the Saints, and the Panthers for Immortal Joe's final pick of the draft. And I took the Raiders as my survivor pick because I think Baker actually wins this game against the Saints in that one. This is going to be that spot where, I mean,
Wait,
Saints,
what?
I think Baker and the Panthers are going to win, being 3-point dogs against the Saints.
Oh.
But I'm way
Oh.
too nervous to take the Panthers as my survivor pick of the week. And I'm way too nervous to take the Saints as my survivor pick of the week. And then so I looked at that Tennessee Raiders game and I ended up going with the Raiders as the pick over the Titans. But I love the analysis, Cherry. I think that Vrabel just coaching outlook is probably spot on in this one. This is one of those moments where the Raiders come in and probably can't get it done, even though they probably are the better team this year. I like it. Snake, parlay of the week.
Well, you know how I do. We don't do less than 100 to win 2,000. So I got a 5-team money line parlay, 100 to win 2,164. First,
yeah.
I have the rate, and these are all. And I think Cherry mentioned it before. There's a lot of like short spreads this week. So all these money lines I took are all like minus
Yes.
140 or less. So I have the Ravens money line at the Patriots minus 146. I just simply think the Ravens are the way better team coming off a very disappointing loss last week. They're going to be fired up, and I think they take this game handily. I have Vegas money line at the Titans. I agree with everything Cherry said. I thought about that when making this pick, but the Raiders are 0-2. I don't see them going 0-3. I'm just picking talent at this point. The Titans have no talent. The Raiders have an extremely talented team. I think talent wins out here, and they get this win. I have the Packers money line at the Bucks for a lot of the same reasons that Joey mentioned. Some injuries on the Bucks side, and I just feel like anytime you get Aaron Rodgers getting points, you take him. That's it, straight up. But you also bet the Bucks to win the Bucks. It's a little conundrum here, but we're gonna stick with the Packers money line, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were favored by the time the game kicks off. I have the Falcons money line at the Seahawks as dogs plus 108. I think the Falcons are the way better team. I think there's still a little hangover from the Seahawks beating the Broncos. People don't realize how bad the Seahawks are yet, but they will soon. And then I have the 49ers money line beating the Broncos on Sunday Night Football to round out the parlay. 100 to win 21-64. We've been close. I think this is the week we get it.
Let's go. Book
No,
it.
you'll definitely get that because you didn't put the Cowboys in it. So
Love it.
great parlay.
I'm max betting the Cowboys this week, and it's probably going to be more than you think after this whole conversation that we just had.
I want to see my friends happy. I don't want to see you upset. I'm trying to stop you.
What I was thinking about the Giants and their fans, you just came in and blew it out of the water.
I'm being realistic, dude. In a game that they're favored by 1.5, I think they're going to win. I'm sorry.
You said they're 4-0.
No, I said we're staring down the barrel of 4.
Yeah, exactly. You
The
see the Cowboys,
barrel.
you see the Bears, and you think you're 4-0. Then the Giants.
I don't think anything.
Bro, you haven't let me
You
finish.
look like an asshole. I think I'm like hot shit. You
You
literally look
haven't
like an
let me
asshole.
finish. You haven't let me finish one thing I've been trying to say about the Giants. It's actually pathetic. Like literally one point. They're 2-0. You think they're gonna be 4-0. They're gonna lose to the Cowboys Monday night. They're gonna be 2-1, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, we're the Giants. I forgot.
No,
This
no,
team
they're gonna win
stinks.
this week. They're gonna win
I
this
wa-
week, and that's when they lose. They're losing to the Bears next week. No, this
Like,
is
look
like
at me.
this is high and mighty Giants 3-0 right now, and then they
Like,
lose to the Bears.
Look
That's
at me
what's
and
gonna
look at me. I want 7 wins. That's all I want. 7 wins. I'm not out of control.
Way to shoot for the stars, pussy.
Yo, I can't wait to
Yeah,
clip.
enjoy your win against the Browns.
I can't wait to
I-
clip Cherries.
How
I don't
what the
think
fucking
anything.
look like? I got the Jets flag up. I got the Jets jersey on. I got the Jets hat on. I dyed my hair green. I'm fucking fired up, as I should be. Fuck off.
Sammy did you well yesterday, dude. Sammy got you looking good right now in that green hair.
Sammy clipped you. Sammy clipped that green hair.
Sammy clipped him right.
All right, yo, my parlay of the week is awfully similar to a lot of the things that have already been spoken about. So I'll just run through it. I like the Packers also money line, taking them. I had them at minus 102. I love the Falcons money line here against the Seahawks. Same reasons as Lick said, plus 108, beautiful. I like the Texans plus 118 against the Bears. Similar to last week, everything that Cherry said about looking out for the Texans being the better football team, I think proved true. The team actually is showing some potential, and I expect them to carry that over against the Bears, who I don't think the Bears are going to win football games by throwing the ball 10 times, you know? So I think the Texans, this is their spot to, and also for the odds of plus 118, it's a good spot for the Texans. And then I'm taking the Raiders as well. Same logic as Lick. I have the Raiders at minus 122. I like them as my survivor pick of the week. And against the Titans, who just can't get anything clicking. That team is ugly. And I took the Titans under this season. I'm blowing them. This is the Raiders' time to get one win on the board, minus 122. So I think that 4-leg parlay comes in at plus 1534. Book it.
Good juice. I like it.
Yeah, we have a lot of the same stuff this week, bro. Okay, real quickly before we get into actually, we could do this after locks. I want to talk Immortal Joe Survivor Draft because it is fucking hilarious. And
I
and
regret my pick. I wish I took somebody else too, but
well, we'll talk about it after locks. Let's get into a little locks of the week right now.
wait. Before locks of the week, you gotta let me suck my dick again on the anytime touchdown.
Let's go. Oh, juice it, baby, juice it.
Week 1, we picked Saquon Barkley at plus 115. Scored early, never a doubt. Week 2, we take Mike Williams at plus 155. I believe he scored that touchdown in the first half, right? I believe that was in the
So
first
it's
half.
pretty early.
Yeah, first half, never a doubt. This week, I could not believe these odds when I saw them. Devonta Adams plus 120 to score a touchdown.
It's crazy.
The man has a touchdown week 1. The man has a touchdown week 2. The Titans secondary is horrible. The Raiders started off 0-2. Their playoff aspirations are quickly going out the window. He only had 2 catches last week, 7 targets. He's going to be pissed. The team's going to be pissed that he wasn't more involved. They're going to make it their business to call plays to get him a touchdown. Devonta Adams plus 120 all day.
Love it.
I love
Book it.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
buy that too.
all in
Let's,
agreement. Love it.
Love it. Yeah.
Bro,
let's,
he
can't
also
stop
only
that.
got 2 targets last week.
Seven targets.
That's why they're gonna. beat him. They're
7
gonna
two
beat
two
him.
catches.
7 catches,
and
2 targets.
They're two catches, 7 targets. Yeah, they're gonna feed him this week.
Agreed.
It's gonna be a fat baby sucking down that bottle. Feed me.
Josh Jacobs, who doesn't have a touchdown, was minus 110, and Devonta Adams is plus 120. Explain that to me. You
Yeah,
can't.
funny.
Can't.
All right, let's get into some locks of the week, baby. All right. First up, lock of the week. By the way, we're all coming in at 1-1 on our locks of the week. 1-1, lost one. This is the grudge match to kick off the season. Who's going to start off 2-1 and take that advantage into week number 4? Snake, I am looking at you. I don't think you've gone first for lock of the week yet. So let's hear what you got.
Well, I got to say, week 1, Cherry took the Saints, fat L. Week 2, I took the Saints, fat L. I hope the boys are staying away from this week because they've just been letting us down all season. But I can't believe I'm doing this. And Justin Zeiss, if you're watching, I apologize, but I'm going against Geno Smith.
Oh, I was going to take it. Oh.
Bro, I was going to take it too. Was that going to be all of our locks?
Wait. You guys were both taking the Falcons.
Yeah,
I literally have Falcons here. Plus
love
1.5.
Love it.
It's the easiest pick of the week. It's the easiest pick of the week. It's the easiest pick of the week.
Let's listen. We're allowed. Fuck your rule, Danny. That you have to switch up your lock of the week. If it's your lock of the week, it's your lock of the week. Let's fucking ride it, baby. But I'll give my quick analysis. You guys add yours in. I'm sure you guys have some salient points to add to mine. But
salient point, my G.
Salient point, my G.
I mentioned it before. I don't think people understand yet how bad the Seahawks are because of their week 1 performance against the Broncos.
Yes.
And I think they will start to realize how bad they truly are after this week. I know the fans in Seattle are usually electric, but if there's ever a time for this fan base not to bring it, it's week 3 against the Atlanta Falcons in a 425 game against the Marcus Mariota Falcons. Like, the Falcons are coming off a brutal loss to the Saints week 1. They fought back hard against the Rams in week 2. They actually had a chance to win that game. They had the ball down 5 in the Rams territory. They easily could have won that game. Their offense is actually looking pretty legit. Like, Marcus Mariota has been balling out a little bit this season. Drake London looks like he could be a top 10 receiver in this league. They scored 26 points against the Saints. Sorry, what'd you say?
Kyle Pitts licks.
Well, Pitts hasn't done shit yet, and the offense is still looking good. So I think they're going to figure out a way to get him involved. I don't know. I just think the Falcons are the better team. They're getting points. The Seahawks defense is horrible. Jamal Adams is out. The Falcons stayed out west after their game last week against the Rams. So there's no travel concerns. Simply put, the Atlanta Falcons are the better team. They're getting points. They're my lock of the week, and I'm riding it with confidence.
Love it.
Let me ask you something quickly. That game is competing with three other games at the 4:00 window: Jacksonville Chargers, Green Bay, Tampa, Los Angeles, and Cardinals. Over under, Scott Hansen will show 5 minutes of airtime on that game. Over under 5 minutes.
That's funny. Under, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually
that is going to get no airtime on Red Zone.
I actually disagree. I think there's going to be a lot of airtime. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. And when it comes down to it, it's going to be Atlanta's offense versus Seahawks offense, and I'm taking the Atlanta's offense in that game.
Love it.
I mean,
straight
not wrong,
up.
So,
Joey T, what do you like?
Boys. You know I'm back and I'm ready to rock right now. So, you guys know that I love a good trip down to South Beach, right? I love it.
Oh, no.
11. The parties, the drinking. 11. 5 there till 5 a.m. Throwing singles like it's my job.
Clapping cheeks.
11 cheeks?
11.
But guess what? That dirty team from the north is coming down. And this mighty, mighty Dolphin team coming off a huge win is going to be absolutely stomped out this weekend by the Bills, who have come down there the past 2 years and have won by 20 plus each of those times. It's going to be a third. Give me Buffalo at 6.5. Give me Josh Allen to run up and down the field. They're going to bring Miami back to earth. They're way too high right now. I was watching some Get Up the other day. Someone had them in their top 5 teams. I'm like, yo, please. They're not that good yet. Don't give them too much credit. Buffalo, 6.5. Book it.
Love it.
You can't feel good about taking a road favorite of 6.5 points.
But guess what I feel good about? Betting the Bills to win the Bills.
That's the truth.
He brings up a good point.
Salient point, G.
Salient point, my G.
That is a
Brandon
salient
Cherry,
point, my G.
what do you like as your lock of the week?
I mean, dog, I gotta agree with Licht. I have to. I've been scraping the bottom of the barrel. Trust me, no part of me wanted to take the Falcons this week as my lock. Like, I scraped until there was nothing left in the barrel. And like, this is the only line that you can really feel confident taking. I mean, Licht hit on all the points. I didn't even know that they were staying out west. That's dope. I'll say a couple more things. Mariota, like, say what you want about the kid, he really plays with his heart. Like, he really goes all out on every play, and he plays every play like it's his last. And that shit starts from the top down. And I think the team sees it, and I think that's what led to the comeback last week. Week 1 was a heartbreaker. I don't even know how they blew that game still. But last week they almost like flipped the switch and became the anti-Falcons, where they like were coming from behind. I think they were literally down 28-3. Drake London obviously looks like a stud. AJ Terrell playing good defense. The Seahawks, like if the Seahawks don't win that week 1 game against the Broncos, this line is probably 4 points more in the Falcons' favor. So
and that's actually a good point. I think Marcus Mariota, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. I mean, this guy came out of college as the golden boy, supposed to be the next big thing. Things didn't go as he planned, lost the starting job, had to go to a new franchise, put in his work as the backup quarterback, and finally now he's got his second chance to be a starting quarterback in this league. And he's going to leave it all on the field. And we've seen that so far through these first 2 games. I mean, listen, Tom Brady's Bucs only scored 13 points against the Saints defense, and Mariota was able to put up 26 against them. Mariota was able to put up 27 points against the Rams defense.
Yeah.
I mean, this offense is kind of good. I'll say it. It's kind of good.
Bro, this line reminds me
is good. Arthur Smith is not a bad coach or offensive mind. Like their scheme is good right now, and they have like I said, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, like Cordell Patterson. Like I don't know how that guy's still doing that at RB, but like they got pieces. Like they can move the ball. It's not like a problem really.
Bro, this line reminds me of week 1. What's it called? Colts minus or whatever, Texans plus 7.5 against the Colts at home week 1. Like this is just such like a glaring line to me that I have to pounce all over it.
I also I just took there's a cool bet on FanDuel, team in the NFL to have the worst regular season record. I just got the Seahawks at plus 750, quick 200 win 1,500. I absolutely love that bet.
I'll take that too.
Wow.
Crazy odds.
Especially in that division.
Yeah, it's just
because they're in a good division. They won 1 game, so and their odds are like juicier now than they were at the beginning of the season. It makes no sense to me.
Crazy.
Team stocks.
Yeah, I mean, these kind of go against the rules of lock of the week. I mean, lock of the week, I get it that it's lock of the week, but it's like the fun part. It's like if someone could steal your lock of the week, then you got to go with another lock of the week. That was the.
This is your ship, Danny. Danny, you want to keep the sinking ship afloat right now or not? Like, what's going on? This is your call.
I think I got to stand by the rules. Like we can't
really. I feel like a lock of the week is a lock of the week, no matter what. Whether it's black, white, or yellow.
Danny, put your foot in the ground. Stand by it.
3 people.
Stand by the integrity of this show.
Whack. Bro, it's so.
Stand by the integrity that Licht, I remember, yelled at and agreed with when we made up the rules.
So whack to take the same lock. Like, what am I? I'm gonna take we're all gonna be on the Falcons.
I think
you switch yours.
No, I think that's strong banter. That 3 of the 4 panels who picked their lock of the week before we even get on here without.
I also agree with that too.
Are all on the same side. Like that's strong.
This line screamed at me. I did. You think I'm like happy about taking the Falcons?
It is.
I think it's a good. It's a good bit. Like how the fuck do we all 3 of us land on the Atlanta Falcons, the 0-2 road Atlanta Falcons?
It was obvious.
Is it obvious?
Yes.
I thought I was being.
It's not obvious. Only 56% of the money is on the Falcons.
I thought I was being a cheeky bastard taking the Falcons.
We all put it in the parlay though. It's like it was an obvious toss in there just because money line, right? Oh, what are they? Plus 1.5 or minus 1.5?
Plus 1.5. But I guess for lock of the week you have to take the points, but I'll be taking the money line.
Yeah, definitely taking the money line here. Listen,
the show has no integrity anymore.
It's worse than
I never agreed to that rule. I hated that rule.
It's worse than a mortal
show. I hated that rule, bro. Charlie, we need another lock of the week from you.
Are you serious?
There you go.
After I just put my heart on track,
baby.
I respect it, man. I respect it, but I think we need another lock of the week from you. I think we need different locks.
All right, Danny.
Fine, but when I make the graphic, I'm splitting my lock of the week in 2. I want that to be known.
You can't do that.
You can't have 2 picks.
Let the man take the Falcons.
Why? Like
when people see us on the same lock of the week, they're either gonna fucking ride or fade. And
it's the head turner. Yeah, it's a head turner.
Yeah, but
this rarely happens. It doesn't happen often.
The same
lock of the week. And the fact that 3 of us are all on the same team is fucking astronomical in this business.
And it's Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons. This line's
a good team.
On the road. On the road.
Such a bad team.
It's a massive so funny. Neon sign outside my window blasting, saying, "Take the Falcons. Take the Falcons." I can't look away from it.
All right. Take the Falcons, man. I'm not happy about it. I think Joey, don't look at me like that. He's saying, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I'm absolutely disgusted with you right
Bro,
now.
it's a lock of the week. You can't put Cherry's expertise on the line by making him just go out on a win.
Exactly. This is my reputation.
Going out,
Yes.
Making him go out on a whim and just
Kid
pick a random
can't
team.
handicap 2 games. Kid can't handicap 2 games.
It's a lock of the week. It's like your one and only true love.
It's a lock and one. It's a lock and one.
Bro, you're literally asking me to break up with my soulmate. That's what you're doing. Like, oh, because of the rules. Oh, because like she's not like you're literally asking me to do that because she's already been married.
If the Atlanta Falcons were your soulmate in a gambling scheme, you got a lot wrong with you, my G.
It's literally me and the Falcons are having an affair. They're married to Lakes. We're having an affair, and you're looking down on our affair.
Right,
I'm
fine.
sorry, we're in love.
Cherry.
Let me know, Danny. Let me know when you settle this out. Right now, I'm ordering some Seamless, so I'll let you handle
All right,
this.
I'm letting Cherry take the Falcons. For my lock of the week, I'm just gonna change it because I can do that because I have the skills to pick multiple games here. Give me the Green Bay Packers plus 1.5 as my lock of the week. This is such a classic situation where last week we were proven that the analysis was correct. It was the situation where Aaron Rodgers, week 1, doesn't got it going. Week 2 looks fantastic. Week 3 goes against Brady, comes up with a win against a hot Bucs team. That's exactly how this goes down. Give me the Packers. I feel great about that one. Let's
Get
go
it
Seahawks.
now. Get it now. That line will be flipped by game time. I am.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, with Mike
it
Evans
is
out
without
too?
a doubt.
I agree.
Yeah.
Delete-
Get it while you
delete the
can.
All
Yo,
right,
can I give you a college football lock?
go.
West Virginia tomorrow night at Virginia Tech. I'll be all over that. Big time.
Yeah, I agree. I like
Uh,
that.
You want the Mountaineers?
Yeah.
That closes out for garbage time. For the fade out of GT this week. Yo, Cherry, I need to explain to you